fired from more companies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's wrong
Did
with
you
that.
collect your royalty, Andrew? I'm an investor, so.
So I'm gonna be talking through, again, we've covered this. I'm gonna highlight a couple things here, but I'm gonna be talking through something called the 3 levels of a business model. Actually, it covers 6 different areas. Foundation level, which means something that anybody has. This is what a general business would do. Moving through the proprietary level, and finally a rule associated with each of one of those 6 areas. So hang with me, I'll go through that, and then I'll answer some questions. So at a foundation level, how do we create value, right? So if our solution is saying, hey, on Prestio.com, we have thousands of new and used cars, and over time, millions of new and used cars, and for dealer customers, the people that actually pay us, how do we create value? What type of business are we looking to build in the next 6 months? It's a SaaS business. It's a custom solution. It's deep and it's e-commerce focused. What's the proprietary thing that sets us apart? If any other business could do those things, well, the one thing I want to point out, and there's a lot more, we can cover this later, but just for sake of time, the proprietary thing that we do is we're actually going to be building a platform. It's an e-commerce focused platform. There's a lot of what I call one-trick ponies in the industry. They either do the trade-in, or the finance, or the delivery, or the paperwork. We're going to combine all those. And really, what's the rule behind that? Well, because we're a small team, we're trying to move, we want to build no more than 50% of that platform in-house. We want to actually outsource and partner with a lot of these one-trick ponies, and basically they're going to market, and we're going to come to the dealers, our customers, and actually offer them more than the one-trick ponies by using the one-trick ponies technology via API. Okay, so from whom do we create value? Our customer segments, as we all know, we're going after the top of the dealerships to find the users at the consumer level. Right, so from who do we create value on both sides? Well, we attract in-market car buyers, not shoppers, buyers. How do we do that? Advanced technology, etc. But anybody can say this. This is the foundation level. And what are we trying to do? A lot of the one-trick ponies are very transactional focused. We want to be lifetime value focused. And how do we do that? Well, when we sell the car, we enable the dealer to do all that. The thing that keeps the customers coming back is getting a car serviced, having that relationship at a local level. So that moves into some more proprietary look. We say, okay, we're going to use advanced marketing, influencer marketing, AI-powered marketing to find those buyers, not the shoppers, but the buyers. And then finally, we're going to focus on creating a platform with technology that actually keeps a lifetime value going for the customer. What does that do? It actually makes our dealer have a lifetime value with that customer. Again, we're just providing that technology. What's the rule behind that? Before we move on to another market, we want to penetrate 50% of a local market. So that means we know the market, we have a really good critical mass, and we know before we move on, this is not a national play, it's a market by market play. That's a rule that we can stick to when it comes to creating value for customers. What are our core competencies? So at a foundation level, we are a tech company. We came from a dealership world, so we understand that dealership, we understand everything that drives that. Any business can say that, lots of tech companies do that. How do we proprietarily move through that? Well, we're going to have a focus on service lane technology. And why is that? We all know we come from the dealership. The service lane, where the cars get serviced, is the #1 profit center of the dealership. None of the other one-trick ponies, none, are actually going after that successfully. We're going to integrate that with our proprietary tech. We're going to outsource what we can. And we're going to say, yes, we're building an e-commerce platform, but again, what keeps the customers coming back to that dealership, which is our customer, is service lane technology. That's what's going to set us apart. Nobody else in the industry is doing that. What's the rule behind that? Well, we want to really, when we're looking at e-commerce or actual usage, we need to establish a rule. We don't know it yet. We need to establish a rule for abandonment and usage, i.e. the stickiness of the app. If we can get a rule on paper as we develop this and say, no matter what, we want a Prestio customer who's really using dealer technology to come back to that app. We want to treat it over time looking a lot more like a Facebook than a cars.com that you go to every 4 years, okay? How do we competitively position ourselves? You see some of the competitors down here. Well, foundational level, again, core focus that we all have written down before, it's worth repeating: innovation, a seamless experience, and finally we want to delight our customers, both on the consumer side for users, but also really offering something to dealers they've never seen. They're willing to pay gobs of money for that. What's a proprietary thing we can do to position ourselves competitively? Well, we build software, like I said, to power all 5 profit centers. Right now you have about 3 profit centers being powered. Of all of our dealers, we want all 5. Service lane technology, financial technology, those are going to be what sets us apart and keeps us ahead of a lot of the competitors out there. A rule behind that? Well, if we're putting people on a platform, we want a customer acquisition cost to be lower than that of the dealers. If we can be better to get people that are buying, the dealers will pay us more money, and we can start to co-opt their marketing spend, which, as we all know, can range in the hundreds of thousands a month to actually attract people to both our platform and their website. How do we make money? Revenue streams. Okay, let's talk on that. Multiple revenue streams are key. We've all been through business in the past where we've got a single revenue stream. It's a plan for failure. If it doesn't make enough, so at a proprietary level, we really want to get into multiple SaaS offerings, and over time, we want to really understand that when we're young, we have to have focus. A lot of revenue streams out there, a lot of things we go after, but the next 6 months, we can't lose focus of what we've already been building. Inventory marketing, renting our technology to dealers, partnering with some of the one-trick ponies, and getting to market and getting that SaaS revenue. Finally, what are our goals and ambitions? Well, we're a growth company. We intend to be VC backed. We're on path for that. We will get there again. And really, who looks to acquire VC backed companies? Amazon, Cox Automotive, Cars.com, massive companies. Okay, so the upside, if we do this well, if we really execute on this and actually put this to reality for what we learn, we will be acquired and we can or go public. CarGurus.com, nothing more than a listing site. Just went public last year for multiple billions of dollars. They do nothing but provide a lead. We can do a lot more than that. And understand also we need to do that within 3 to 5 years. Thank you. Sir.
I've been working for you for like 6 months and I've never heard you talk about this service lane technology. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that, as we've restructured the team and we've looked at the market, it's really evolved. The vision I had for Prestio back in 2015, 2016 was all about kind of fintech and e-commerce. And we realized, well, as we look at the market, as we've kind of done the slow startup thing and get the funding and get the market and et cetera, what we're doing right now isn't very special, okay? Dealers will take that because it's anything to sell them cars, anything to provide them value, but the thing that will really set us apart, and I'm talking as Guy Kawasaki said, jump the curve, is it's not even online financing. It's already starting to happen. It's not the idea you can buy the car without going to the dealership. It's the relationship and LTV-based focus that we'll have for every profit center of the dealership. And that main profit center we've kind of realized is really that dealer service lane, right? That's where they come back. That is their money maker year over year, month over month, whereas they might lose the money selling a new car.
So are you pivoting since
Not at all.
yesterday?
All I'm saying is
Does anyone else remember him talking about this revenue channel at all?
Yeah, so this is kind of what we've been, so part of the pipeline is really causing a focus
Okay.
on how in the hell are we gonna jump the curve, stay ahead of the competition, look at the market, service the customers, all this kind of stuff. Yes, this is our goal in the next 6 months, right? But we have an acquisition target to actually acquire technology to get to market in the service lane, which is something that came about in the last couple of months, and we've been looking at that, and really it becomes very clear once you look at a business model for day after day, you go, this is how we're gonna actually make it. This is why we're gonna be different than Cars.com, who's very similar to what we're looking to do as well. They have a lot more money. But does that answer your question?
I think so. I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah.
Don't
You should be, because it's a
don't
money
understand.
maker.
So as a consumer, car purchaser,
Correct.
what's my service line experience?
So the idea would be the dealer that you bought from, that you want to maintain a relationship with, now you've had a great experience. You didn't have to be trapped in the dealership. You picked up your car, champagne bottles pop, and you drive away, right? You're like, this is amazing. So you want to go back to that service lane because the dealer experience was good, right? It was not even good, it was delightful. Right? Now you're going to actually schedule your maintenance. You're going to pay for your maintenance. You're going to negotiate your maintenance, and you're going to learn about your maintenance without having to call the dude with like 2 phones in his ears to say, hey, what's going on with my car? That is the power of the app. That's what keeps it sticky, right? Now, every time you go for an oil change, alignment, tire repair, wheel repair, and the flip side too is that dealership, through a partner we can get into, they can even service at your work or your house, right? And that now all of a sudden you go to work, your car gets serviced from the same dealership you have a relationship with. Again, one of the taglines, back to your question, back to your point, Robin, we've been involved in this. One of the taglines we're going to really get into is so-and-so dealer powered by Prestio. Okay, so powered by Prestio becomes a key differentiator. Again, back to all 5 service lanes at your home, work, service, right?
You just gave me chills.
Is there an opportunity? I'm sorry, go ahead, Suzette.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm in sales, and I wanna know, do you already have this service lane software? I mean, can I go out and promise, because my biggest thing is that some of the customers I'm calling on already have CarMax and these other things.
Correct.
And I'm gonna try to tell them, well, we do all 5, and that sounds great, but then they like what they have, and I'm trying to get them to change. How am I gonna do that, or do I have this fancy, service thing to show them, because that's a differentiator?
So within, if right now it's Focus and Runway, within 3 months, if we're successful rolling this out, we'll get you a prototype of a company we can acquire that has the prototype built. We need to own that IP. As soon as we have that, I feel comfortable with you going out and sell in the future. But dealers are multimillionaires, they influence senators, they all have private jets, okay? So we can't go and oversell these people, and we can't underpromise, or that is overpromise and underdeliver. So as soon as we can get the prototype up, which is, it's beautiful, I've seen it, we need to own that. We need to prove to the person that's, would sell that IP to us that we're gonna be in it for the long haul. How do we do that? We make a lot of freaking money right now, okay? And that's why we're gonna stick around. But until then, I can't give that to you, but we will, and I'll let you see it, but yeah, knowing our customer is very, very important. Very hard to get to people.
So the plan is short term, we're doing inventory marketing, kind of competing with cars.com and that kind of
At
shit.
a better level, just like.
Doing it better,
Yeah,
right?
better mousetrap.
Big shit pot of cash doing that.
Correct.
Go buy this service app.
Correct.
And then that's our real big key differentiator.
As well as fintech, right? So two things, online lending and then finally service. So my focus was always online lending, and I was like, well, I can't do that until I get the initial V1 up. Now it's supposed to be V2, almost V3 at this point, is online shopping and buying, online lending, and then finally service lane. So the other issue, as this business model is very complex, you look at lack of focus, right? Especially, and we had that a little bit before, we were kind of burning bright, and a lot of people going, we're running a dealership over here, we're gonna develop this technology over here, hey, you go off and buy this company over here. Like it was a little ridiculous, right? So now there's only 4 of us in the room, there's about 8 people on the team total, including developers, a lot of people work for equity. We have to have focus. But having a vision will make sure that when we start to make money, we can sell it to the dealers. The dealers want all this stuff, they really do. And they know, and again, only the best dealers, right? We're only going after the top half of those dealers that are like, I know people are driving by my store and they're not coming in and they're trying anything online to figure out how not to go to that store. They're typing it in, we can find those people, right?
So then to pile on, not pile on, but to add on to it, let's use that app. So I'm going to the dealership, I'm selling on Prestio.com, is a better alternative to Cars.com.
For now, yeah.
For now, and what's the key difference? Is it just price, or is it?
Right now, it's more value for less price. So more value being, instead of a lead, Car Gurus, I mentioned, went public for billions of dollars. They literally give you a name, address, email, phone number, right? We give you a full credit application and a trade-in tied to that credit application for now. That's our V1 product, right?
Got it.
I can one. And there's this discussion, powered by or your own platform, right? So, for white labeling your software for the dealer to just use it, make it appear as a dealer software.
On their site even, yes.
And live off their credibility instead of building it yourself. So
Exactly. So we're actually gonna A/B test those 2 products.
Okay.
One on a dealer website, the other one power the portal via advanced marketing, and figure out which one. They might both win. One of them's gonna win. They have to, or else we're out of business.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.